Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today earlier we had a conversation about Bonk and we were thinking of taking profit at 11:30. I made a video on time as well earlier in the morning and I said short 1x. We had a short position on our private and this was very good. Okay, we had almost 8% win. So shorting up from 13 exactly from the place where we opened up short position, it fell down. All right, so this was just right over there. Okay, and you can see we're already 9 to 8%. So we won 8%, and I didn't really sell it all the way down to 11:30. Now the reason is because sometime you may not just go to the main target, but I think that hey, we got 8% profit. Let's secure a profit. There's nothing wrong in paying yourself. Okay, now whether you go to the target or not, don't bother yourself. If you're in profit, you take profit. That's what really matters. Pay yourself because you are not a winner until you don't really close a trade. But anyways, Bonk in here is down again, and where to? Now my personal take is that there was a trend line here that kind of broke out and did not really retest. So Bonk absolutely broke out of here, but unfortunately there was never a retest that happened. Now you can try to trade Bonk again at 1078. So if it does come down to 1078, you could take an entry, could actually bounce off here because that's a support. But however, if you maybe go below, I would actually say 1023. So if you go below 1023, that's going to be negative sign. So let's I don't know what is going on. Okay, so let's pull this blue line down here as a stop loss. So in the future, for example, you go all the way down and you touch it, that can actually be an entry. And if you go below 1024, that's going to be invalidation of this trend line. However, one more thing is that on the 4-hour time frame, we have 23 more minutes, at least from the time that I'm recording, and we are going to end the candle with 3 black crows. There could be a chance we see a retest back up to 1282, and if we see a retest back to 1282, you can actually get an entry, but I highly doubt if there's going to be a retest. But however, if I do see a retest back here, I will definitely recommend you to open up another trade and let it go down to 1130 for good, because number one is you get bearish retest at the resistance you open up the short, and secondly, there are higher chances of going down from there, because if you come to 1277, that's fine. These 3 black crows stop loss is going to be up to 1341, just exactly where our stop really was earlier today. But the thing is, yes, if you take that 1341, it's going to be bad. But if you move up here, you still have the effect of 3 black crows. So do expect maybe a small little bit of a green back to retest, and then it can go down. And that's all for the video on Bonk. I'm going to see you the next one. Love is.